How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today we have an analyst giving his top 3 cryptos. I'll be honest, I talk about Bitcoin a lot. The person that I have on here talks about smaller cryptos. I mean, the largest one we'll talk about is a top 10, but it's one that I don't talk about too much. And then we're going into very small cryptos that have huge potential. So if you like this, if you want him to be back on the channel, let me know in the comment section. He has his own channel as well. I'll put it in the description, top link. Also, while you're down there, there are links to Margex, where you can start trading on leverage if you're interested. We're about getting ready to set up a big campaign. We're giving away thousands of dollars to the people that trade. So if you want to go set up an account, make sure you're comfortable with the platform, deposit, make sure that all goes smoothly. You can check out the link underneath the video. There's also a link down there to Blowfin, where right now we are running a trading competition. iPhone 15 Pro and Nintendo Switch given away. We're also giving away up to 4,800 USDT for one account. And you can make smaller amounts too if you don't trade as much. They also are giving 20% off fees when you sign up with that link underneath the video. And we'll be talking about some cryptos that you might want to trade with some leverage because technically they look really good in this video, and you can trade them on these platforms. Now, these are both non-VPN, non-KYC, so you hold a little bit of your privacy as well, which is nice compared to some of the other exchanges. Now, let's get to the main event. With us today, we have Mitch. Mitch is my brother-in-law. He has his own channel. We'll leave it in the description. Mitch, good to have you on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's talk crypto. So we've been talking for probably 2 or 3 hours already at this point. We should have been recording that. We'll have to do like a podcast or something more low-key at some point. But we have some cryptos here for you guys to take a look at that Mitch thinks could do really well during the next bull run. Which one's your first one?
Let's take a look at XRP first.
Okay.
So XRP here we have trading at about 62 cents, and this is a crypto that a lot of people may, think that it's not going to do very well. However, I think there's many catalysts coming up for XRP. They had the SEC lawsuit that they went ahead and were confirmed that they are not a security for that, and also the SEC is a small portion of the entire world, right? Even if the SEC does not like XRP, they do not approve of it. That's roughly 4 to 5% of the entire world, and so there's a lot of other countries out there that may find this technology beneficial. And so if we go ahead and take a look at the next page here, we can see that the chart is also looking fairly good here. We can see that we are coming up on some consolidation over the last couple of years. We may be seeing a big breakout coming, and then we also have XRP being adopted, and so we have it being adopted by many different banks being utilized for a CBDC. And so we can see that they're in talks with different banks, whether that is a Georgia Central Bank or other banks throughout the world. And so I think there's going to be a lot of utility and use case for XRP.
I think a lot of people give XRP a hard time because, it didn't hit maybe all-time highs last bull market. But the fact is, compared to everyone else, they're actually building real-world use cases. Like some of these layer 1s, layer 2s, yeah, you can buy and sell, right? You can maybe build a couple apps on them, but no one's actually using them. Mm-hmm. They're not getting to that wide market. They're not drawing new people in. So I hold a very small amount of XRP, but I have to give it to them. They have probably the best, maybe one of the best marketing departments or just the best outreach to actually have real world applications.
Yeah, from a business perspective, right?
Yeah.
It's actually a company that's building a business and could be used.
Different use cases, just in general. Yeah, outside of just the crypto world, right? So let's move on to the next one.
And so the next one I want to talk about is Veracity here. This is a smaller cryptocurrency. You can see it's trading at about a $70 million market cap right now. And so they are focusing on a different industry that a lot of people may not be familiar with. As we all know, there's a lot of different scams and bots out there, whether that means they're on Twitter or on YouTube. You'll see underneath the video there's a lot of comments. And so that is what they are focusing on, is advertising in the industry. And so for Veracity, they have burned many different tokens. They are actually generating an actual revenue. And so since they have started to burn, they have burned over $2 million of tokens. And like Sam said, there's a lot of crypto tokens out there that may be stating that they're actually working on things. They may be building. However, there's not many cryptocurrencies that can actually prove that they are generating revenue, which is something very positive to see in the cryptocurrency space. Again, that just proves that they're actually trying to build an actual business that is going to generate revenue and solve a real world problem.
Yeah, and this one is very small. So, the fully diluted market cap is bigger. It's around 700 million, but you know that I'm one of the people that will call out cryptocurrencies if they have a huge fully diluted market cap and they're a smaller market cap, like if they're only 10% circulating. But things are changing. I've done videos talking about this. In the bull market, and I haven't really looked too closely at Veracity and how much they dilute, but in the bull market, it doesn't matter all that much because there are a lot of people flooding in. So as long as there are more people coming in, then they're diluting. Let's say they dilute 10% a year. It doesn't matter in the short term. It's all about the pump. It's all about the narrative. It doesn't matter, honestly, unless they're doubling every year or unless there's some crap coin or something where no one knew is going to come in. Then it doesn't matter as much. But if it's a good project, really, this is not one of the top things I look at during a bull market. Mm-hmm. It's something that you should look at, something that you need to know, but it's not the main consideration for me. That's, I think, what most people probably have a problem with Veracity. They look at that and then just write it off.
Sure. And right, I mean, it's about the community too. If they have a big community, that's something to look for in the bull market, right? There's going to be a lot of people that really enjoy this cryptocurrency and they're going to be pushing it. And so if you find something with a big community, say like Caspa or Solana, Veracity also has a very large community. These are the cryptocurrencies that are going to do really well in the bull market as well.
Yeah, definitely. And those are the people that will be talking to all their friends about it. As soon as someone comes into the market, they're going to be asking their friends that have been in crypto, what should I buy? If they have a good community, they're going to push all their friends to buy it for sure. Okay, last crypto on this list
is Immutable. This is a layer 2 platform here. They're mostly focused on gaming. With gaming, there's a lot of different gaming cryptocurrencies that you could be picking. Now it is very difficult to choose what gaming crypto. There could be thousands of them out there. And so the reason I like Immutable is just because this is a platform that is set up for gaming cryptocurrencies to be built upon. So this is very similar to Ethereum early on back in 2017. You could buy Ethereum knowing that Ethereum is going to be the platform coin where a lot of tokens are going to be built on using the ERC20 technology. And so I feel that Immutable is really focusing on that from a gaming perspective, and I think they can do very well.
Yeah, and they also have been starting to fund huge ecosystem development. Like they have a lot of money sitting around for people to develop. Now, of course, as always, like this is not telling you to go buy these right now. You have to do your own due diligence. You have to probably dollar cost average over time or make sure you have some cash on the sidelines. This isn't an all-inclusive list either. We're not going through and picking out of the top 100, the only 3 that are good, right? Like these are just some thoughts that you might be interested in. Of course, everyone has different opinions too. Like I am 75% Bitcoin, but I still like looking at altcoins. I still think there's a time where altcoins will do much better than Bitcoin, so I want to be paying attention to these even if I'm not buying them. Also, I talked about this recently. We can't be tribal. So Mitch doesn't hold as much Bitcoin in his portfolio. He holds smaller cryptos, but he's not getting at me. He's not getting mad at me for not holding those smaller cryptos. Like in the bull market, everyone's going to be trying to pump their own bags. Everyone's going to be cautious, being pissed off if you talk bad about their crypto or if you don't talk about their crypto. We're all here to make money. People say they're in it for the tech. If Bitcoin goes down year after year for 10 years, no one's in it for the tech. No one's here. It only matters about how much you can make and how much you can come away with. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, it really depends on your risk, right? I mean, if you're holding Bitcoin, you can only spend $100, right? Maybe there's not as much upside for that. Maybe that's where it's worth looking into some of the smaller altcoins, right? If you're willing to risk $50, there might be more upside potential. However, with that, there is going to be more risk as well. So it just depends how much money you have in the cryptocurrency market. Yep. And I think really what your goals are.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're right on the edge of retirement, you probably don't want to put all your money in 100x altcoins, right? Like you're happy with the 2 or 3, 4, 5x of Bitcoin. So Mitch, thank you so much for coming on. We'll have to have you back on the channel. I'll leave links to him underneath the video. Again, he talks more about smaller cryptocurrencies than I do. He covers the market news though too. So definitely go check him out. Give him a sub, give him a like, watch some of his videos. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. And also go check Margex out and Blowfin. We'll see you in the next video.